Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well. Now, as of a few days ago, Rupert Lowe, rightly so, put forth a proposal in Parliament which would see criminals that were involved in the grooming gang scandal that has unraveled this past week deported to their country of origin. So if they had two citizenship, so they have citizenship for the UK, British citizenship and Pakistani citizenship, then it would see their British citizenship get revoked and then they return to their country of origin, which would be Pakistan in this scenario, because they were the predominant people carrying out these disgusting acts in and around the whole of the United Kingdom. When Rupert Lowe stands up to make his speech, you know, when he stands up to fight for the victims, as he should be doing, as everyone in Parliament should be doing. We know that not everyone in Parliament has been fighting for victims, hence why they shut down the national inquiry with full transparency. But as Rupert Lowe stands up to make a long, heartfelt speech, you're going to see disdain from other MPs. Because of what he's saying, you know, political correctness from other MPs. How dare you talk like that, Rupert Lowe? You know, you shouldn't say things in that way. You should have another way of saying it. You need to be direct. You know, and this is what's killing the UK. Political correctness and fear of being called racist. Hence why this carnage has happened for so long. Because people have been scared of being called racist. The people have been scared of having a negative, of having a bad reputation in their constituency. So they're like, hang on, don't prosecute. So that's what you're going to see from other MPs to Rupert Lowe. And Rupert Lowe is just there like, look, I'm done with all of the political correctness. Let's just call it for what it is. Let's say what it is and let's deal with the problem. You know, and they're literally going to interrupt him so many times just to get him to stop and to give way because they don't like what he's saying. You know, what he's saying is what's on the minds of a lot of people in the UK. So yeah, anyway, guys, let's get straight into the content. And please stick around to the end because, Sarah Champion, who is the woman that is going to be arguing back against Rupert Lowe, I have something to show you at the end in relation to Sarah Champion, who is the MP for Rotherham. So yeah. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into it.
The British people want answers. So I'm going to ask questions of the Labour Party and several of them. Will the government commit to urgently deporting all guilty foreign nationals involved, including family members who were aware of the crimes and therefore complicit? Wives, sisters, mothers, cousins, if they knew and said nothing, these individuals are just as guilty as the rapists themselves. Will the government commit to stripping citizenship from dual nationals implicated and deport them as well? Race or religion must protect nobody. Will the government commit to pausing all Pakistani visas and foreign aid into the country until the Pakistani government agrees to accept any of its deported citizens that have perpetrated these crimes on British soil, and also imprisons these rapists and their accomplices in Pakistan, however they see fit? Will the government undertake a full investigation into officials who had knowledge of these crimes, yet failed to act? Establish a specified task force to root out this wicked evil. Don't just fire these vile individuals, prosecute them. How many girls are estimated to have been raped? Is there a tally for the overall number of rapes? Horrifyingly, it may well be in the millions. We just don't know. How many vulnerable young girls are estimated to still be involved in these gangs? If there is no estimate figure, why not? Will a regular update be published detailing ongoing prosecutions and sentencing? Will the government publish a full nationality breakdown of those convicted for such offences, along with the location of their crimes? How many known foreign rapists per town, per region? Will they publish a breakdown of the immigration status of those involved? On what grounds were they in the UK? Do they have previous convictions? How many foreign nationals found guilty have been released but not deported? And how many re-offences, I'm going to carry on if that's right, how many re-offences have occurred since release? How many of these monsters are walking on the same streets as the girls they raped and abused? One report suggested a victim had come face to face with her rapist in a supermarket. Is the government comfortable with that? How many of the foreign rapists were in receipt of any form of state benefit? I'm going to carry on. How many released currently receive any state benefit? How many children have been born following a rape from these men? How many have been given access to the child against the mother's wishes? And how many have used the child as a route to remain in the UK? Will the government commit to preventing this in future? How many deportations have been blocked due to the rapist's right to a family life or other ECHR influences? Will the government set up a dedicated, confidential and accessible official process for whistleblowers to safely raise their concerns regarding foreign rape gangs, ensuring it is safe, secure and easy to find? Will the government release all court transcripts relating to these cases so the British people can understand just part of the horror for themselves? How many of these documents have been hidden due to the cost of release? This should not be an obstacle for transparency on these trials. Will lifelong sentences now be considered for those British citizens involved in the crimes, but also those in positions of power who acted to cover up the scale of the abuse? Which politicians, local and national, had knowledge of these events but failed to act? Again, going as far as to actively conceal what was truly happening. These are the facts that the British people want to know and the British people deserve to know. All of these questions have also been submitted in written form, and I look forward to receiving open and transparent answers. The mass rape of young white working class girls by gangs of Pakistani rapists is a rotting stain on our nation. This is not about Elon Musk. This is not a bandwagon of the far right. This is about the victims and ensuring swift and brutal justice is delivered to those demons responsible. It is about distinguishing between right and wrong. I finished.
Let's go.
Sarah Champion. I want to start by welcoming this bill because it actually does address a lot of the underlying problems that we have within our schools, education and indeed protection of children. I welcome the Secretary of State's commitment to make this a child-centred bill. I've got to say, I feel disgusted by what the Honourable Gentleman has just said. Can you imagine if you're a victim or survivor listening to that? I'm sure his intent is to get to the truth and get justice, but the language, please think about who hears our words. Sorry everyone. On the 26th of November 2024.
Guys, you almost got crocodile tears from Rotherham MP Sarah Champion. Now, the reason why I asked you to stay to the end is because I'm going to put a chart up on your screen right now, and this is how she voted in relation to the public inquiry when the Tories reformed and the public were seeking answers. We wanted a national transparent inquiry, and the chart on your screen right now is how she voted. But yet, she will stand up in Parliament and signal her virtue, act like, you know, the victims are her priority when she voted to shut down a national inquiry. You know, I don't care about previous inquiries. I've seen them. They're not detailed enough. There's not much. People are, you know, saving themselves. It's not much. I want a national, we all wanted a national public inquiry, not the ones that we've had. That was BS. You know, and she voted to shut it down, but yet she'll just stand up and, you know, act like she cares, like she's about to cry, you know, and this is political correctness, you know, pandering. You know, that's what she's doing, you know, Sarah Champion. So, you know, it's a disgrace that she'll behave, you know, in that way. She'll behave in a way to come across as sympathizing with victims, but then she would shut down a public inquiry into what was going on. So yeah, and guys, I posted on my community notes the former Labour MP, his name is right here, Ivor Kaplan, busted on Saturday that just went. Saturday the 11th of January 2025, he was busted for trying to meet a 15-year-old boy. And this, in all honesty, makes you understand why they didn't want to carry out that inquiry, you know, because there's many more like Mr. Kaplan here, you know, that are hiding like a snake in the Labour Party, and they don't want to be exposed. And I'm sure they're telling Keir Starmer, don't you dare conduct a national inquiry. So yeah, and the crazy thing is, if Eva Kaplan wasn't, you know, exposed on Saturday the 11th, 2025, then he'd just be hiding, you know, in government. He'd just be hiding there, you know, as a past MP, and, you know, it would have never come out, you know. So yeah, this is all crazy. This Labour government, you know, I'm sorry, man. You know, they haven't put forth any decent policies. They haven't put forth anything that I can really applaud. You know, and Rachel Reeves just came back from China and she secured a £600 million investment for the next 5 years. And she was bragging about that. So hang on, the UK gives $3 billion annually to Ukraine. And you taking 600 million for 5 years. And you look at that as success. And on top of that, you go and you brag about the £600 million investment from China for 5 years at a time when the UK are looking for answers in relation to the disastrous budget that she put forth, but she ran away to get peanuts. What's 600 million? 600 million, what's that? That couldn't even fill up Zelensky's pockets for the war, and she's bragging about that. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll keep you updated with stories, more videos, and yeah, let's just keep on going. Anyway, guys, catch you at the next video. Peace.